Hello everyone, this is Saurabh Patel and you are watching Unboxing Mind. In this tutorial, we will learn how we can use class-based view into the Django project. Before begin this tutorial, let me see what we have built till now in our Django tutorial series. So, let me open my browser and go through the project URL, lo localhost. So till now we have developed a Django blog project where user can add a project into a category and user can see all the blog posted blog on their home page. So this is a blog already posted into the system. So till now you don't know how we can integrate this custom theme into the Django admin and how we have built this home page for this blog. So you can go through our previous tutorial, and you can find the link into the description. Now in this tutorial we will create some custom view by using the class into the Django, so that user can see all the list of the blog, and by clicking on the particular blog they can view they can go to their detailed view. So let me open my editor Sublime, and I need to go to the view page, view.py. So here you can see we have created a function based view, but now we are going to build a class based view, so that we can use the feature of object oriented programming into the code. So the advantage of using class based view is that you can write a less code and provide a more feature to the end user, rather than if you write the function based view, then you need to write lots of code. But in object oriented programming you can write a less code, because there are a feature called inheritance. So by inheriting some other classes, you can you don't have to write all the code. You can just inherit the Django classes, and you can provide your own feature by writing a less code. So there are a couple of class provided by the Django. So one is a template view, which is provide the basic HTML template you can integrate into the view. There is some other generic class-based view called list view. One is a detail view. There is another is a view. So there are a couple of classes that we can use to build our view. We create a one single view for this demo. So in our URL, I'm going to create a new path. So let me copy this here, and on the blog slash post, I want to show my all post in the list format, so that user can see all the post on a single page. So for that I need to write some code here, so that Django get that data and render to the end user. So there, as we discussed, as I told, there are template view class provided by the Django. So I'm going to import that class here, and by using this template dot as view, and here we can simply provide the template. Okay, so something like template name, and I need to provide a template path here. Okay, so in our case our templates are exist into the front end folder. So I'm going to create here another file called post.html. Okay, and now then I'm going to here write the code called front end slash post.html. Okay, and if I write something here in the post, hello, and if I save, and this is save. Now if I go to my browser and browse it, if I browse to this URL. So let me see what happened. So server is restarted. Now I'm going to open the browser and change the URL to the post. So there are error that template is not found. So you can see there's a hello print which is already in the view.html, and if I type here a random HTML code, something like this, so it basically a template view basically used when we want to render some static HTML file to the end user, something like about us.html or term and condition.html. So something for that we can use the template view because here we simply want to render the static file. Okay, but if you want to provide some dynamic content to the user, then we need to extend this class. Okay, so and one more thing that here we cannot apply any authentication, like only logged in user can view this post. So suppose if we want to create another page like a post secret, so or secret post, something like and here secret post.html, and now if I browse this URL into the browser, something like this, so it will display, but it should not display because we want our target is to display the one more minute. Our target is to show the secret page. Secret page means only authenticated user can view this page. So in that case, we need to apply some authentication here. Okay, and we need to provide some dynamic content to the content to this class. So let's see how we can provide that dynamic content and authentication to this part. So for that, I'm going to create another class which will display this, which will render this template. So let me go to the view, and here I'm going to create a class called protected post view. Okay, something like this, and there the template view. So I need to import the template view, something like this. Okay. Now we need to write some code here. So our template is, so there are some default attribute we need to provide because we have imported this template view. So template view provides some attribute, something like template underscore name. So we can change that template name from here. And there's another function called dispatch function, which basically render our HTML to the end user. So we can write some functions like this. So by using the template attribute, we can provide the template name. So whatever template we have provided here, we can simply give that template name or path to the variable. And now in dispatch, we can simply return that simply returns our parent class related things, because we our target is not to change anything here, but we can change, we can if we want to change something, then we can apply some modification here. Okay, so now if I import this protected view into our URL, and something like this, our server is restarted, and now if I go to the browser and refresh this page, so you can see the same output is coming because we have used the same template here. Now our target was to provide the authentication here. Okay, so in Django, Django provides some decorator. Okay, so in other video we can see what are the decorator and how that works. So for now, then we just import the functions from the Django library. Login underscore required provided by the Django, and method decorator is provided by the Django. So we have imported these two functions from the Django library. Okay. Now by using these two functions, we can provide the authorization part to this secret post.html. Okay. So for that, we can simply use the function method decorator here. This is syntax for the decorator. So method decorator, we can simply provide the argument login required. So whenever our user hit the URL, that request goes to this dispatch method, and before the returning anything from this dispatch method, Django will check the decorator function with the argument login required. So login required basically do the when check that user is logged in or not, requester is logged in or not. So if I hit here again, if I see my terminal, server is restarted, and now if I go to the browser, so it should give some error or redirect to the login page. So you can see its page is visible because user is already logged in. So if I open this into our private window, so it should redirect to the login page. So let me check. So you can see page is not from the URL is wrong because they have redirected to our login page. So accounts as login should open our its default page for login, but we can change that later. But idea is that without logged in user cannot only logged in user can open this URL. Okay, so our authentication part is applied to this URL secret.post, but still our one other target is to provide the variable so that we can print our dynamic content data from the database. Okay, so for that Django provides some other class-based view called the list view and detail view. So we are going to use the list view for that. Okay, so for now let me create some another URL for demo purpose. We can use the same URL, but for this for demo I'm going to create another. So list view, list page, list post. Okay, list view post. Now we will create some other function, other class here. Okay, that will display our. So first let me import the list view class. So Django provides the function list view in the view generic methods. So and there are more classes detail view. So later we can see what are the detail view. But for now, I'm going to create another class called post list. and here we can inherit the class list view, and then simply just uh, provide the model. Model is the attribute under the list view class, list view. So here model, and then provide the model name. So our model is the post, because our target is to fetch the data from post table. So if I type the post here, so it will display the list. Okay, display the list on the page, on the uh, so it will display the data on the template. So we have to provide the template name. So let me copy the template name, and I'm not going to provide the secret. I'm just displaying to the all here, so we can use the post.html. Now we need to change the we need to make some changes inside the post.html. So as you can see, there are already some code. So let me check my the server and go to the browser. And if I change here the list view, because our URL is list view post. Okay, sorry, there is something error missing. So okay, and now we have to import this post view class also. So let me import the post view class here and give that the post view dot view. Okay, now we will provide some context to the our template. So for that, there is a function called get context data. So def get underscore context underscore data, and here you provide the set and keyword. Now we can simply import our super classes related context, and then we can append our own append here. We can append our own context to this. So our and here we can provide some our own context, something like all post data. Okay. Now I want to show this into the title. So, and for our dynamic data, we need to provide the context object context name. So this is variable is also available under the list view class. So now we have two variable to our page. Okay. So one is the object context name post, and other is the title. So we can first let me open the browser. I think it will be should work. Yes. So this is updated. So you can see here uh, all blog posts are visible here. All are coming from the database. Now our target is to change this Django blog, because this is not a home page. So our target is to change the title. So we can simply use the Ginger template here, and we can remove this. Now if I go to our browser and okay, this is so our title should be print here. Okay, so now all post data are visible to this page. All posts are here coming. Now next thing we can so as you can see we have used the list view template here. So similarly Django provide here detail view. Okay, so there are the detail view templates. There is a create view. There is a update. There is a delete. So all are generic template generic class view are provided by the Django. So we can use all these classes. Similar in the same format, we can use the we can create our own class by inheriting these classes, and by writing a simple code, couple of line of code we can write, and we can provide the full feature to the end user, right? Now next thing, for demo purpose, I'm going to create a view. So for detail view, so we for that we can simply create another URL here, detail, and we need to provide some ID to the ID, and um, post detail class. So I'm going to I will create this class in the view, and if I go to this here and simply create class, we don't need this. We can simply import this. Okay, now we write to some code here, and we have done this here. We need to provide some. So for ID, we can provide here something like this ID, this post class, and here we can write some. We need to provide the class, our model class name, or model class name, or we can provide the query set. So for query set, there is similarly just like a template name model, there is one other variable exists called query set. So we can provide a query set like post dot object dot so we can apply some filter here. Okay, and now if we want to show some only publish post or something like that, so we can apply. You can do that here. Now next thing is provide the context object name. So for that here we can say the post is our variable that will be exist into the template, and template name something like we can provide the template name post detail. So we need to write create this file into our front end. Okay. Now here I'm going to copy this, paste this. I'm not going to create this detail view something like this, and this will be created our detail view without the header. I don't want to have a header on the detail page. So you can apply your own logic, and if you don't know how we have integrated this template into the system, so you can watch our old video. So now if I go to a page, if I go to our here, so server is restarted. Now I'm going to refresh this page. One more thing I have to do, I have to link this page here. So if I go to a post page, and here we can simply provide the URL. So our URL will be something like this. Okay. Now the post dot ID. So we can use the slash here also, because this is the standard for the Django. Now we have linked our post list page to the tail page. Now if I go to our page here, enter, it should refresh the same. Okay, now if I click, this will be redirected to your detail page. Now you can see the detail page. Again, if I go to our, so I'm going to add the header, so it now looking good currently. So if I use this something like this, so you can also, so this is into the container, so that will be here, and I'm going to add the static title post detail, or we can simply use the post title. Okay, and we can remove this. We can use the 12 size full page, and this can be a full page. Now, if I go to a browser and if I refresh this page, now if I click on this, it should open a page and you can see the blog, right? So yeah, that is. Now similarly, we can create our own. We can create create view. We can create a update view, delete view similarly, and if you want to provide some authentication to this part, then you can simply use this code snippet on this class on the class top of the class. So that will be work for the authenticated user. If you remove this, it will be work for the unauthenticated user and authenticated user as well. So this is how we can use the class-based view into the Django project. For now, we have done in this video. We can see how we can use the form uh, into the next into the class-based view. Or next video, we can see also see the some custom authentication into the Django project. So thanks for watching this video. In next video, we can see some other tutorial.